हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
धन्यवाद माता जी। ओके, स्टार्ट। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो यमुदीरयते। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So welcome you all for Bhagavatam study, first canto, chapter 8, Kunti prayer, text 12. So shall we read?
I will be reading Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tarhi evata munishreshtaha Pandava pascha sayakan Atmano bimukan deeptan Alakshantrasi upadyaduhu. Translation. O foremost among the great thinkers, Munis, Shaunaka, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their five respective weapons. Purport: the Brahmastras are finer than the nuclear weapons. Ashwatthama discharged the Brahmastra simply to kill the Pandavas, namely the five brothers, headed by Maharaja Yudhishthira and their only grandson, who was lying within the womb of Uttara. Therefore, the Brahmastra, more effective and finer than the atomic weapons, was not as blind as the atomic bombs. When the atomic bombs are discharged, they do not discriminate between the target and others. Mainly, the atomic bombs do harm to the innocent because there is no control. The Brahmastra is not like that. It marks out the target and proceeds accordingly without harming the innocent. Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura. The Pandavas only saw this and no one else could. So, Prabhuji, here what I understood is this Brahmastra was left by Ashwatthama, and the target was the Pandavas and their grandson Uttara's child in her womb. Unlike what today's nuclear weapons are, when a nuclear weapon is dropped on a country, it is not just the people, the army, or the politicians, or anyone who the target is killed. Many innocents are killed, like when we saw in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, when the nuclear bomb was dropped. For many children, many ladies, and many people, innocent people who were not involved in the war, were killed. And for
The
many
what?
years to
Were killed and for many.
hello.
Hello? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, and many people who were innocent they had genetic diseases and so many diseases. For years to come, the Japanese suffered like anything. But in those days, the Brahmastra, which was done, it was so technologically advanced that would not hit any other person than the target. So here, the Brahmastra was coming towards Uttara and the five Pandava brothers. This was done by Ashwatthama. So here we can see Unlike in unlike in the today's modern world, Kali Yuga, what we see is with the if one bullet is put from a discharge, the terrorist goes and kills so many people. It's not like only the target. If he has a target of some VIP to kill, around him, whoever are there, the innocent public who has come to the gathering, the security people, all get killed because of that one thing. But those time only the target who was to be hit. And so here, and it seems like the Brahmastra was seen only by those Pandavas and others. So it was not even visible to the other people because it was so fine and so technologically advanced that nobody could see it, only the target. So it shows that in those days only it was only to hit the target. Now we can see also in those days wars, the arrows were going straight to the target. It was not hitting right and left and innocent soldiers and all. Whoever the people Arjuna left the arrow to, those target only it was hitting, and it was not hitting the charioteer, this, that, and all. But nowadays it's like that only. The mostly innocents get killed, and the real culprits over there don't get killed. So this is what I understood. So that also shows that it was those people had this knowledge of how to develop things, and the Pandavas, being in Krishna's grace, they knew that this was they were the target, and their grandson Uttara's child in the embryo, in the stomach, was the target for this, so this is what I understood from this, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So here, Sutta Goswami is addressing sages of Naimisharanya, headed by Shanuka. He says, "Hey, Muni." Generally, the word Muni means the person who has got different understanding, or the Muni, one Muni and other Muni, they will never agree because they will have a logical differences. That's why it's called Munis. Of course, here the sages of Naimisharanya, thousands of sages assembled under the head of Shanuka Rishi to perform the yajna. So they are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam Sutta Goswami, because Sutta Goswami heard Bhagavatam from Parishit Maharaj in the previous from Sukadeva Goswami when he was addressing to Parishit Maharaj. So like now Mataji said about Prabhupada explains of Brahmastra here. So now the important point here is that it's only the devotee that could see. Otherwise, Uttara or Pandavas never would have realized that this Brahmastra is coming and will destroying. Another, as Prabhupada explains here, we need to understand our Vedic knowledge, this kind of our Sanatana Dharma, how strong was that when compared to today's science. Science, the atomic knowledge, whatever we explain today, they are, mass destructive. Whereas the Vedic knowledge, which is Brahmastra coming from mantra, just by chanting mantra, that Brahmastra comes, and it has got a very, very specific target. And the person releasing, if he has got the mantra, he can retrieve the weapon back. Is just go and hit the same person and will come back. So that is the power of Brahmastra. So that, and point we need to understand that our Sanatana Dharma so strong, so powerful in compared to the our today's science. Okay, we'll read the next one. 13.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, that also is mine only. I will read. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vyasana vikshaya tattesham ananya vishasyatmanam sudarshanena swastrena shwanam raksham vyadad vibhu. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The Almighty Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that a great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotees who were fully surrendered souls, at once took up his Sudarshan disc to protect them. Purport: the Brahmastra, the supreme weapon released by Ashwatthama, was something similar to the nuclear weapon but with more radiation and heat. The Brahmastra is the product of a more subtle science, being the product of a finer sound, a mantra recorded in the Vedas. Another advantage of this weapon is that it is not blind like the nuclear weapon because it can be directed only to the target and nothing else. Ashwatthama released the weapon just to finish all the male members of Pandu's family. Therefore, in one sense, it was more dangerous than the atomic bombs because it could penetrate even the most protected place and would never miss the target. Knowing all this, Lord Sri Krishna at once took up his personal weapon to protect his devotees, who did not know anyone other than Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has clearly promised that his devotees are never to be vanquished, and he behaves according to the quality or degree of the devotional service rendered by the devotees. Here, the word Vishayatmanam is significant. The Pandavas were sent person dependent on the protection of the Lord. Although they were all great warriors themselves, but the Lord neglects even the greatest warriors and also vanquishes them in no time. When the Lord saw that there was no time for the Pandavas to counteract the Brahmastra of Ashwatthama, he took up his weapon even at the risk of breaking his own bow. Wow. Although the battle of Kurukshetra was almost finished, still, according to his vow, he would not have taken up his own weapon. But the emergency was more important than the vow. He is better known as Bhakta Vatsala or the lover of his devotee, and thus he preferred to continue as Bhakta Vatsala than to be a worldly moralist who never breaks his solemn vow. Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura 1.8.13. The Brahmastra cannot be counteracted by any weapon except another Brahmastra. Arjuna had counteracted one Brahmastra with one of his previously. Now Ashwatthama had released 5 separate Brahmastra for each of the Pandavas. This was difficult to counteract because it would take time to release 5 Brahmastras. Considering the unavoidable danger, though the Lord had renounced all weapons, he protected his devotees even if he had to break his own promise in order to preserve the unique quality of having affection for his devotees. Hare Krishna. I'll
Hare
explain what I understood, Prabhuji. Here, what I understand is when the Brahmastra was released, this was released by Ashwatthama in order to kill the Pandavas and the embryo in Uttara's womb. He wanted to finish off the full Pandu family, but as we can see here, what happens is Krishna was their protector, and Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Mama Bhaktyana Pranashyati, that proclaim boldly, my devotee will never perish. That is, he is always there to protect his devotees at all times, irrespective of where they are. They may be here in India or across 7 seas or wherever there. He will never let them let any harm come to them. He is Bhakta Vatsala. He is very affectionate to the his devotees. Here, the Brahmastra released was equivalent to previously when Ashwatthama had released. It was one Brahmastra, and Arjuna had counteracted it with his own Brahmastra. But here, 5 Brahmastras, because for 5 Pandavas he had released, and Krishna knew what was happening, and Krishna had taken up the vow that he will not take up any weapon. He will only act as a charioteer and guide to Arjuna in the war. That is what he had promised, and Arjuna told, that is more than enough. I just want your presence with me in the Kurukshetra war. But seeing that such a horrible thing is going to happen, he was ready to break his vow. Unlike we see was we when we see that these Bhishma and Dronacharya and all, although they saw that so much wrong was happening with the Pandavas, they were getting cheated, and Draupadi was getting physically, they were insulting her and making so much problems, but they never opened their mouth, only thinking of their vow. They thought that we have a vow that we will always be with the kingdom Kaurava family because they have supported us. We will not break the vow. But Krishna, for his devotees' sake, even if breaking a vow is necessary, that he will not take the weapon, he did not care because he is so affectionate towards his devotees. He is ready to take the crime of breaking the vow, but not ready to get any harm to his devotees. So he is so much affectionate towards his devotees, that we understand. And secondly, it shows that the Brahmastra was very fine weapon, and Krishna knew that this was coming towards them, huh? And he, as his promise, he was again ready to take up this thing of protecting, and they knew, Krishna knew other for the Pandavas, like, okay, if the Pandavas tell, okay, we have somebody else who can counteract and all, no, they knew, Krishna knew they were completely dependent on Krishna. So any harm comes, anything harm comes, they are only dependent, they will only take Krishna's name and his help. So he was ready to help them at this point of time also, even at the point of breaking his own pratigya what he had taken. So he is so affectionate to his devotees, and he never lets his devotees perish, as he had declared in Bhagavad Gita. This example is a clear cut. This sloka shows that always he is there for his devotees wherever they are. They can always depend on him. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So yesterday we were discussing what is surrender, what, I mean, as an individual practice devotee, what we can do or how we can surrender, or what exactly meaning of surrender. So anybody has prepared anything, please, we can share. And last 5 minutes we'll discuss on that. Leave it. So now, meantime, about the surrender, we hear particularly Sutta Goswami is saying that the Almighty Personality Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that great danger was befalling on his unallied devotees. So see the qualities of devotees, they are unallied, they have nothing else other than Krishna, who are fully surrendered. So this is the quality of devotee we should aspire. We should get that level. So what is surrender? What are different aspects of surrender? Sutta Goswami explains in his book. We'll read that few minutes now. The process of devotional service, in that he explains. So anyone can unmute and read this.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shri Krishnaya Nama. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 100. Anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam प्रतिकूलस्य वर्जनं रक्षिष्यति विश्वासो गोपत्र विवरणं तथा आत्मनिक्षेपकार्पणये सद्विदा शरणागति. So here, translation. The 6 divisions of surrender are the acceptance of those things favorable to devotional service, the rejection of unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give protection, the acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian or master, full self surrender, and humility. Purport.
One second, Prajay. So this here talks about the 6 division of surrender. As a practicing devotees, we should know what is surrender means, or how to surrender means, and what is the process of surrender. So this is what Rupa Goswami is explaining, and this is comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. The 6 division of surrender. The first and foremost point is that accept whatever favorable to devotional service. It says Anukulyasya Sankalpa. Whatever favorable to Krishna conscious, just accept it. I mean, there, don't see the rules and regulations. Don't see ifs and buts. It is favorable to Krishna? Yes. The same point, Rupa Goswami also says, Anukulesha Sankalpa, sorry, the Anyabhilashita Shunya, Jnana Karma Dhyanavritam, Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktiruttama. Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam. So that should be favorable to Krishna and should be as desired by Krishna. That is what it is. Now, one place, for example, Krishna says, Manmana Madbhakto Madhyaji Namaskuru. He says, always remember me, always think about me. Now, if that prospect, if you think, Kamsa also always remember him, always thinking about him. Because Kamsa was scared that Krishna was going to kill him. So, Manmana Madbhakto Madhyaji Namaskuru. Namaskuru, forget it. So, Manmana so always remember. He's always remembering. But that was not favorable to him. That's not favorable remembering. It's a kind of a negative, or out of fear and out of envy. So that's not what Krishna is expecting it. Anukulisha Sankalpa. So whatever favorable, like what other side, for example, gopis always remember Krishna. That is favorable. So, and in as a sadhakas also, whatever favorable to Krishna consciousness. So, the prime point, whenever we have any dilemma or any doubt, we should first put this test. Yes, is it will pleasing to Krishna? Is it favorable to my Krishna consciousness? That's the test we should put. Of course, sometime we may not know. So then we ask seniors or go back to scriptures. What is that said? Now, for example, in sometime during Ekadashi, people say that, can I eat this? Can I eat this? Can we eat this? Prabhupada one place says that if you are doubt, don't eat. Don't, think about eating. Think about, because this whole thing about upavas, there don't put, thinking about eating. So point I'm trying to make is that whatever favorable to Krishna, accept it, or favorable to Krishna consciousness, accept it. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Whatever not favorable, whatever unfavorable, reject it. It can be the association of people, or the work where you're doing it, or any activity for that matter, whichever not favorable, whichever if you think even little not favorable, please do not take it, reject it. Then is Rakshasti Vishwasu. This is the most important. So, yes, Krishna will protect me. That is the ultimate, the faith should be there. So rejection, the conviction that Krishna will protect me. Nothing else can protect me. If I think my power, my intelligence, my bank balances, my supporters, they'll protect me, that I'm an illusion. It cannot happen. They may give you here and there, but they cannot. We have so many examples, like our Gajendra. So many years he fought with the crocodile, but he could not. Finally, when Krishna came and he offered flower to Krishna, Krishna came and saved him. Like that, the Draupadi's example, or even today's world also. There are so many examples. So our ultimate, the conviction, the most important conviction, the faith that Krishna will protect me. And then acceptance of Krishna as one's guardian or master. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says that Bhokta Rajatapasa Sarva Loka Maheshwara Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam Jnatam Shantirachyati. He says, yes, I'm the Bhoktara, I'm Sarva Loka Maheshwara, I'm the dearmost friend of every living entity. One who understands this, it says Shantirachyati. So accepting Lord as his master. That's why the relationship between the Jiva and Paramatma is that Jiva is servitor, servant, and Krishna is the Prabhu. Krishna is to whom we serve. He is a master. So that is the ultimate understanding should be that whatever that I should serve Krishna, Krishna and Krishna's paraphernalia, Krishna's devotees, Krishna's temple, Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's holy name, anything connected to Krishna, anything dear to Krishna, we should serve him. So, and Krishna will definitely protect. He is our supreme master. We see in Vrindavan also, whatever happens, Vrindavana Vasis, they will first go to Krishna, whether when Indra pour torrentious rain with the Samartaka, the clouds, or the so many demons comes, or the forest fire comes, they just go to Krishna. Krishna will protect, and Krishna is protected. So that is the ultimate conviction should be there. He is a master, and he is there as my ultimate boss. And next is a full surrender and humility. The humility is most important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sayashna, amanena manadena kirtaniya sadahari. So in that mood, we should chant. The full surrender should come. One of the Prabhu I was mentioning yesterday also, he says, surrender means surrender. So first we should develop the habit of bending our head. We can see today's world, people, they're so proud. The way they walk itself, we can make out. They are so proud of themselves. They had weight, and we can make out the walking itself. They, kind of the shoes or chappal hitting on the ground, with a hard hitting, then the I am kind of so that cannot surrender. Surrender is kind of a meek and fully surrendered humility. That's what Krishna will like it. Krishna will never accept any any pride. Krishna will never tolerate. We have seen Brahma Leela or Indra Leela. So many places in our day-to-day life also, when I show some little pride, Krishna will come and cut it. So that's why we should be very careful on this. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about very detailed explanation. If somebody later we can read this. So it's Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, the process of devotion service. The test 100 comes. Prabhupada talks about saying that Bhagavad Gita 15.50 Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivisto Matha Smritir Jnanam Apovanam Cha Vedesha Sharver Ahameva Vedyo Vedanta Krit Veda Vid Eva Isaham. Krishna is there in our heart. He is the one giving us intelligence. He is the giving us memory. He is the giving us forgetfulness also. And he is the source of all the Vedas, and he is a Vedanta. And he knows in my heart, since he is there in my heart, he knows what is good for me, what is, bad for me, what is I desiring. Everything he knows. It's not that doesn't know. What is going on in my head? I cannot cheat anyone else. I may cheat others, but I cannot cheat Krishna. So he is there always. But still, I should have that attitude of surrender. That's why Acharya is saying that intelligence, beauty, or knowledge, skill, all these are given by God. But attitude is mine. Attitude that I should surrender. I should, kind of develop my attitude towards surrendering Krishna. I should progress in bhakti. That is my attitude. Somebody may be high intelligent, somebody may be less intelligent. Somebody may be high beauty, somebody may be less beauty. Somebody may be strength, somebody may not have. That's not the matter. That's given by Krishna. I don't have control. But the attitude, how much I should surrender, what I should do, that is in mind. That's what Krishna will look at. The more I progress towards Krishna, Krishna says, Eyatha prapadyante tam satate bhajamya. How much you progress, how much you desire to surrender, he will reciprocate accordingly. So as a practicing devotee, my only desire that I should surrender to Krishna, serve him nicely, serve his devotees nicely. This is what my ultimate goal should be there. When this is there, balance all taken care. Now, in this particular verse in Bhagavad Bhagavatam also, Sudha Goswami is saying, because Pandavas were fully surrendered, they are unalloyed devotees. That's why Krishna did not wait for the Pandavas' prayer also. Uttara came and cried, but Pandavas did not even, because Prabhupada writes, Ashwatham released even Brahmastra for Pandavas also. They did not even know, but Krishna immediately took up his disc. He did not even wait for the Pandavas to come or ask for it or, the pray for it. So this is the response of Krishna. So with this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share, individually. Each one can. Please raise your hand. What is that, if you think, what you will do, how to surrender, or how we would like to surrender, what steps you would like to see in your own life. If you want to share, that will be great so that others also get inspired. Please raise your hand or unmute and speak. Please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Yes, somebody, please. No, nobody want to. Okay, then we'll go with alphabetic order. Asha Mataji, go ahead, start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Which I have started, I can tell, or what I'm going to do should be.
Whatever, just to inspire all of us. So,
Okay.
sometimes it's said that if I say what I want to do, that will be more conviction for me than somebody else saying. So each one can say that, that's up to you.
Yes. One is doing japa, which I started with one round and I have reached already 16 round plus, because
Wow,
sometimes it goes on from 4 more rounds than 16 rounds.
wonderful.
And I used to eat the food which is where onion and garlic is included. Non-vegetarian was not my thing, so there was no question of leaving it. I was from before also vegetarian, but I have I think so since maybe a month I have not eaten onion garlic. Then as you said, and as Krishna believes in it, I try to be humble wherever and whatever is possible. Certain places I had some difficulty. I have asked you certain questions and got rid of that. How to go about it, because situations comes in our life sometime wherein we have to act, and I have always thought, because I am into this, whether I'm doing right or wrong. So I have approached you for that. And now my next goal is that I want to teach. So anyway, I'm working on that.
Sure, Prabhupada. Yeah, thank you.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Next one to Archana Mataji. Want to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, I'm very, very new to this, but how I started is like, I think I met you in temple, and now I'm in I'm listening. I think I'm doing this. I myself feel so much changes in myself. I'm very, very addicted to tea. Since 1.5 months, I just decided I should stop that.
Wow.
So I started, I think one small, very tiny steps I'm taking. Maybe with your blessings and Krishna's blessing, I do it. Thank you.
Devotees' blessings, all the devotees are there here. They will shower their blessing.
Prabhuji,
Thank
I
you.
want to add something.
Yes, Mataji.
I also started listening to more of speeches, and then whenever I get time, I since 2 days I've started that I take some time to read Bhagavad Gita, and I keep listening to other devotee speeches, because which is available in the YouTube.
YouTube. Wonderful. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, who else? Next, Lakshmi Mataji. Anything you want to say? No. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Krishna is everything for us. So whatever happens, first thing, I am not fighting or cursing anyone, or patiently accept everyone, Prabhuji. That is the
Nice.
whatever happens is Prabhu. Throughout my life, even in my working days, all the teachers will admire this. How you are. Yes, Prabhu. That is because of my family, Prabhuji. We are Madhvas, so Krishna is our main.
Yeah.
Say sleeping, eating, everything is Krishna. So that one
Thank
thing
you.
is that, Prabhuji. Never hurt anyone. Surrender, full surrender to Krishna.
Thank you. So nice. Yeah. Next is Murali Prabhu. Want to say anything?
Yes, Prabhu. Saying that I will do like this, I will do like this, is just like lifting one elephant, Prabhu, and doing is like lifting 1,000 elephants. So just now there was some argument. So I immediately switched on your Zoom, and then I'm controlling my, my anger.
Okay. Good.
So,
Yes. Next, Meenakshi Mataji. Want to say anything?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranams. So, Prabhuji, yeah, the thing is, one is trying to do japa and try to do 16 plus rounds by Krishna's mercy. And I really don't know the quality because I'm not the right person to judge quality. But whatever I've heard from senior devotees is that when I chant, I should be able to hear the words clearly. That becomes a kirtanam, shravanam, and kirtanam. So that is one of the thing, because I think when we do that sincerely or attempt to do that even sincerely, Krishna's mercy will flow. And next is Prabhuji trying to be humble. But so humble. By humble, I mean understanding that everyone is dependent on Krishna. Everything is dependent on Krishna. There is no such thing as I can do or I cannot do, because understanding that whatever I do is because of Krishna. And also if anyone tries to point out or praise that that part of the humility, then we have to be cautious, because then it would again become taking pride in our humility. That will again it will lead us somewhere else.
Yeah.
So these are the things. And I think once we are humble, Krishna realizes that the person is humble and trying to surrender. So I think, as you always say, Krishna's mercy flows. Everything else then, gradually happens. Once we, if we take one step towards Krishna, Krishna possibly takes 100 or more steps towards us. And
Yeah.
that is faith. That Krishna will take 100 steps towards us is a faith. Also, today, one of the beautiful things I liked in today's purpose was that Krishna preferring to be a Bhakta Vatsala.
True.
He prefers to show that side of Bhakta Vatsala rather than trying to show that I'm a moralist and I will keep up my vows and so I think that's really attractive transcendental quality of Krishna, because we always like people who are who are kind of forgiving, who are kind of trying to accommodate us despite our mistakes. And here Krishna is telling us that you exclusively worship me, and I'll be there for you. Another thing is, when Krishna says that I will protect, I want to prepare my mind to understand that when Krishna says I will protect, he means he will protect the soul. So I shouldn't be looking forward or expecting the protection of material elements. Of course, Krishna will protect everything.
He will give materials also.
Absolutely.
If it is good for
If
your.
it is, if it's going to be useful in Krishna's,
Yeah.
further the thing. But I think it's, I think to develop or to mature in bhakti is understanding that when Krishna assures I'll protect you, he means I'll protect your soul. I'll protect your, whatever the situation may be. I will take care of the spiritual quality of your soul. So these are my understanding.
Your soul, it is me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
nothing like that, your soul, like, so
Yeah.
I'm the soul. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you're a part and parcel, so that quality would be
True.
right, Prabhuji. So
Thank you.
these are my understandings.
Thank you. Next is Mariappan Prabhu to say anything.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Today's understanding as far as surrender concerned, accept whatever possible favor, whatever favorable to devotional service to Lord Krishna. Always remember Krishna in favorable manner. Unlike Kamsa, I must ensure, is it recommended and favorable to Krishna. And regarding faith, complete faith on Krishna, our ultimate conviction faith, accepting Lord as Supreme Master. I am servant, He is the Supreme Master. He is ultimate boss. And even my body language should reflect my
Actions.
humbleness and my obedient nature, and the expression of minute pride also Krishna will not tolerate and eliminate the individual. So I must be very careful in controlling my pride. And the attitude must be focusing the surrender. And I must develop a natural love and affection towards the Supreme Lord. And I must completely forgo my false ego. False ego, I must be very humble in nature, completely free from false ego. And I must get rid of material desire. I must completely free from this material desire. And as far as today's text concerned, Krishna's devotees are completely protected, guaranteed by Supreme Lord himself. Krishna's sustained affection towards devotees in all circumstances are prevailing. Krishna will break even his own vow to protect the devotees. This much I have understood.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Ramesh Krishna Prabhu, same. Anything there?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Already everybody has covered, I think. So
Anything from
need to-
your side?
Oh,
Your
okay.
realization, anything on that you can share.
Similar things as already Prabhuji and Mataji told.
Okay.
I think, please.
Okay. Rosa Mataji, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Mataji.
If we surrender to Krishna, he'll take care of us completely, no doubt, whatever the good thing happens or bad thing happens, it's just good for us only. We should keep zero doubt on that. Just an example, if I want to give, actually the thing is a real time ongoing thing is actually yesterday we planned for some vacation outside, but day before yesterday my kid was sick with the dengue. If this was happened, if we gone there, it would have been a very hurdle. Even if it was a bad thing happened for us, but it was very good that we are here safe in India only. That's what it was a good plan of Krishna. He's completely safe. His protection is completely there on us, even if it was a loss of whatever we have planned. That's what there is a completely, we need to trust him, trust his path. He's a perfect planner of our life. Once we surrender, he will take care. That's what I just wanted to share.
Thank you, Mataji. So nice. Thank you. Yeah, Samapti Mataji, Samapti Ghosh.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, actually, surrender. If I tell in our West Bengal, Prabhu, everybody actually used to tell Go Nitai. We are very much fond of Go Nitai. You can tell like that, okay? In our West Bengal, okay. From other parts of India, when we are joining to ISKCON, that time only used to get to know who is Go Nitai. But from our West Bengal, every Bengalis know from their childhood only who is Go Nitai, okay? But there is a little bit difference, okay? Who is Go Nitai and how I can be devotee of Go Nitai, okay? So when I went to Mayapur 10 years before, 11 years before, when I was very much small, now I was a small, that time also small, okay, that time I saw some orange color persons are going. They are all brahmacharis and they having some white things, the shape of U letter, okay. and I asked, with one of my brother, he's my neighbor brother, and his mother, everybody, I went to my mother also, okay. So I asked, who are they and why they're putting that Yusuf, okay. It's very much looking at them. When I saw them, I feel like I know them very well from before also. I feel that, okay. Even Prabhu, did you remember that when you came under my hostel, I heard that like that only I have some attraction, okay, of devotees. Then I asked them 10 years before that who is that. Then I told them that they are wearing some wood like necklace. No, I also want to wear. Okay, that time, very honest, Prabhu, I was eating non-veg. Okay, because in West Bengal everybody are non-vegetarian maximum. Okay, so then my mother is telling that no, you can't, because this thing if you wear means you can't allow to take the non-veg. Okay. So I'm telling Kantimala, our Kantimala. So I told then what then then that brother who is the brahmachari that time. Now he also brahmachari, same he also now also. So his mother telling that do one thing. I'm giving you one thing like a japa bag, our chanting bead bag. Okay, I'm giving this. This is same like that. Okay, you do chanting, then you can get Kantimala after some years. Okay, so these things put in my mind that if I do this means I can get the Kantimala. Okay, so that time I was small and my mother manipulated me like that. Okay, everybody manipulated me like that, but I already understand I have to one day be like them. Like I thought I one day I'll become that brahmachari type. Okay, but day by day when I think that I can't be them, I can be devotee, but that time I was very small, Prabhu. Okay, child mind. Okay, then in our home also, some days before also, that Sankirtan department of Mayapur, they came. They are very much well friend of mine. Well friend means the brahmacharis and all. They came in our home and next to our neighbor home, and we do seva. The Sankirtan department brahmacharis. Okay, so they frequently come to our home. So some days before also, so 10 years before when they came first time, okay, in our home site and my next to my home, okay, so I went there and I steal the Bhagavatam set. Do you know, Prabhu? I steal. Okay, I was so much fond of studying the books. Okay, so when I saw the pictures of that book Bhagavatam, okay, so that time I told I am taking this. Okay, I don't know that I have to pay for that. Okay, so there are 3 sets of Bhagavatam. So I steal the one. Okay, first 6 part. Okay, so that now our Mayapur, this time our His Holiness Jayapataka Guru Maharaj and disciple Kamala Prati Prabhu is there. Okay, he's the brahmachari one. So he and some of other brahmacharis were there. So I requested them, can you please give me one these books? Okay, one set. So they told me no, you can take only 3 sets. Okay, so I told okay, 3 sets means I then how much I have to pay? So they are telling that 2,000. So I'm telling I'm small kid, how I pay? Then to call your mother and father. Okay, so my mother came. My mother is scolding me that don't give Prabhuji. Okay, she is just a little girl. Okay, don't give. Uh, she will not study. Okay, take it back. Okay, so I'm crying. I will take. Okay, so their Vaishnavas are so much merciful, Prabhu. They give me one set only. They told, see, as your child having so that much curiosity, one day she will be devotee. That's we are all blessing. Okay, we are all blessing that they one day she will be devotee, and we are giving the one set for her. Okay, special offer, one set. Okay, only 2,000 you give. Okay, so I brought, and still for the reminder that I got like the special discount. That's why I never take the other Bhagavatam set. I now also I borrow my brother's Bhagavatam. I used to study Bhagavatam Bengali, Prabhu. 10 years before only I got Bhagavatam set. Okay, so now after 10 years, after few years before, 2 years, 1 years before, okay, again I met to them, and they can't believe that small girl is me. Okay, so I was in Bangalore, Prabhu. Do you know that? You know, right? So. So they are telling that, do you know, Mataji, one small girl from your home only, she came 10 years before and still one Bhagavatam. I'm telling Prabhuji, that is me only. They are all laughing and they are telling, seriously, you become devotee means we told that you want to, yes, Vaishnavas. So Prabhu, day by day, that 10 years, okay, first chanting, then studying Bhagavad Gita, then now also I met you guys in the Bangalore. When I went Bangalore, no, Prabhu, I very much miss Mayapur. Okay, Cause I'm never getting that vibe there that where is the devotees. Okay, then when that is the first devotee group when I meet you, Prabhu, in the Bangalore, you know. So before that, Prabhu, you can't believe I used to go that Hare Krishna hill. Okay, that is okay, but there I never get the vibe or feeling. Okay, so and I know the things, the difference, the things are and there. Okay, and you are the first group when I meet you. Okay, and after that, I used to follow you guys because I personally that I started, I went there, ISKCON South Bangalore, and Amokila Prabhu came. Okay, and that things, no, I something attachment is there with our temple. Now I'm home. Next week I'm going again back to Prabhu Bangalore, and I'm going there only in Rajaji Nagar, Raja Rajeshwari Nagar only, and again I'll continue. So Prabhu surrenderness means I don't know how I am that much qualified or not. Okay, but it's very, I'm enjoying the Bhakti, Prabhu. That is, I don't know that I'm enjoying, Prabhu. That
Thank
is
you.
my. I'm
Thank
sorry, Prabhu. I took so much time, but sorry, Prabhu. Okay.
you. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shruti Mataji, want to say anything, or sorry, time is there.
Yeah, nothing much, Prabhu. I was very happy hearing some of the Mataji's full description. Yes, one thing I can tell is if we are attracted to Krishna, then some or the other way he finds ways. Like once or twice I had gone to that ISKCON center here in Koramangala, but now with the two kids I cannot go because I have this teaching them and other things and all. So, but then during COVID time, it's like Krishna made online classes and we could attend the classes. Now sitting at home only, I can attend the Srimad Bhagavatam class. So if we are related, Krishna himself comes to our house. It's like that. So that is very nice. Because of your grace, we get association of devotees sitting at home only. We can, even if you are unable to go outside. Today, one thing happened. My phone display yesterday, my small son was playing with the phone, Aprameya, and I don't know what he did. Morning, I'm saying phone display is not working. And I was very sad, thinking, okay, I've got today is my chance to read the shlokas, and phone display is not working. And then I went to that shop. They told a very huge amount for repairing the phone, and they told it will take 2 to 3 days. Then I was very sad. I was thinking what to do. Maybe it's Krishna's will that my phone had to go today only become broken down. And I was thinking like that. Then I just went to a nearby small shop near my house, and he told he'll tell within half an hour. So within half an hour, he called and told I will repair the phone, and that too just for 1/4 of the amount which that big shop had quoted. And he told within half an hour I'll repair it and give. So by 5 o'clock, I got my phone also back. So I was very happy. Then I was able to attend the class also. So with Krishna's mercy, if Krishna wants, he'll do anything for anything. This is a small incident, but it shows that I was like, oh Krishna, today I won't be able to attend the class. Okay, it's your will, so be it, let it be like that only. But he is so merciful. He shows us way and guides. If we surrender our problems to Krishna, like we tell in happiness or sadness, just tell to Krishna, he will show us some or the other way and make things way for it. So that's all I wanted to tell Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sridhar Mataji, anything you want to say?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Surrendering to Krishna is, first of all, we have full faith to Krishna that whatever we do, Krishna will protect us. Then another surrendering is we have to do very loving service to the Lord and Lord's devotees also. That way, one way we can surrender. And whatever I'm doing, some decisions, whatever I wanted to take, I just leave it to Krishna. That way I surrender. Krishna, it is, I'm very less intelligent. It is, you please decide whether it is good or not. And you decide means sometimes it happens like that only for me, Prabhuji. That's how I surrender to the Lord. Then regarding devotional service, sometimes it may be favorable for us or not, but whatever it happens, however it comes, we have to accept. That way we have to surrender to the Lord. And because once we completely surrender to the Lord, He protects us. He reciprocates us in a very good manner. Like this previous verse, how we talked about Bhaktavatsala. Though Krishna doesn't want, he should not take the weapon and fight, but because to protect his devotees, Pandavas, and to protect, he has to take, he took it out. So that's why in certain circumstances, he comes out of the way to help his devotees.
Yes.
So that's why we should completely, with faith, we have to surrender to the Lord. He takes care and he protects us.
Thank you. Yes. Uma Shankar Prabhu. Anything you want to say? I think it's already late. It's already 9:54. Okay. So now the Bhadra Purnima is coming, where Bhagavatam distributions happen. So requesting all to buy Bhagavatam set yourself and also promote to others to buy Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. Anyway, Monday or Tuesday we'll talk more about that. So I'll stop here now. So Vancha Kalpatarubhesya Kripa Sindhubhyacha Patitana Pavane Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Srila
Srimad
Prabhupada.
Bhagavatam ki jai.
Hare Krishna. See
Thank you so
on
much, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you so
Krishna,
much.
Dandavat Pranam.
Extremely sorry.